Okay, so you know how IT newsletters aren't exactly like the most thrilling reads?
Yeah.
Oh, get ready to have your mind blown because today we're diving into Evidence Action's Q4 IT update.
Oh, yeah.
And trust me, this is juicy stuff.
Okay.
It's like getting a backstage pass to how they're using technology to actually make a real difference in the world. We're talking about using tech to tackle global challenges.
I like it.
And this newsletter, it's not just about the tech itself. It's about understanding how Evidence Action operates, like what makes them tick.
Right.
And spoiler alert, they are serious about their cybersecurity. Like really serious.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, cybersecurity is a big deal for any organization these days, but especially for a global nonprofit like Evidence Action.
Exactly. And the numbers don't lie.
Okay, lay it on me.
They made a huge jump in their compliance with the NIST cybersecurity framework.
NIST.
Yeah, the National Institute of Standard and Technology. They basically set the gold standard, especially when you're dealing with mountains of sensitive data.
Right. And Evidence Action, they've got data on everything from poverty statistics to education programs, even health outcomes, all super important stuff that needs to be locked down tight.
You got it. So back in the day, their compliance was kind of, well, it was hovering around a measly 22%.
Oh, that's not great.
Not great at all.
Yeah.
But hold on to your hats because now they're sitting pretty at a cool 74%.
Whoa. Okay, that's a serious glow up. What changed?
That's what we're here to uncover. What did they actually do to achieve that kind of cybersecurity transformation? Give us the behind-the-scenes action.
Well, for starters, they brought in the big guns, technologically speaking, by implementing an EDR system.
EDR. Break it down for us.
Sure, think of it like a super high-tech alarm system for their entire computer network.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's constantly on the lookout, scanning for any suspicious activity, and if something even smells fishy, bam, it raises the flag, alerts the security team.
No more nail-biting, wondering if they'll catch a threat in time.
Exactly. And you know those pesky software update reminders that we all love to ignore?
Oh, tell me about it.
They've got that covered, too. They implemented a new automated patch management system.
So no more excuses about forgetting to update.
Nope. It's all automatic now. And that little tweak actually made a huge difference. Their vulnerability score went from a scary 72% down to a much more manageable 24%.
Okay, now we're talking. A digital makeover for the win.
Absolutely. But it's more than just fancy new tech, right? They've also been doing some serious strategic thinking.
Like what? Spill the tea.
They developed a comprehensive cybersecurity response plan. Think of it like their playbook for dealing with a cyber attack.
So if the digital going gets tough, they've got a plan.
Exactly. And they're not just letting it sit on a shelf gathering dust. They actually put it to the test.
Wait, really? How?
They staged a full-blown simulated ransomware attack.
Oh, wow, that's next level. Did they survive?
They passed with flying colors. And it gets even better. They also ran a phishing simulation.
You mean like those tricky emails that try to trick you into clicking on something you shouldn't?
The very same. And get this. No one fell for it. It seems like their cybersecurity training is really paying off.
Speaking of training, I love that they're offering cybersecurity courses through their Evidence Action Academy.
Academy, yeah.
It shows they're not just investing in tech, but in their people, too.
Yeah, equipping their team with the knowledge to stay safe online. That's huge.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, knowledge is power, right? Especially in the digital age.
Couldn't agree more.
And, it makes sense. They're dealing with some of the world's toughest challenges. You got to have your cybersecurity game on point.
Absolutely. But here's the thing about Evidence Action. They're not just about firewalls and simulations. They're also diving headfirst into some really exciting pilot programs.
Right, and that's where things get really interesting, I think.
Totally. It's like a sneak peek into their playbook for the future.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to experiment with cutting-edge tech.
Yeah, the whole Google shared drive pilot definitely caught my eye. Are they about to ditch Box?
It's too early to say for sure, but I think it shows that they're willing to explore all their options.
Which is always a good thing, especially when it comes to technology.
Exactly. And what's really cool is that they're not just jumping on the latest tech bandwagon just because. They're using data to actually make informed decisions.
Data-driven decisions, even about their IT infrastructure. I love it. But okay, the pilot program that really blew my mind, the AI chatbot.
Oh, yeah.
They're building their own AI chatbot from scratch.
I know, right? That's not something you see every day.
It's like they looked at all the chatbots out there and were like, nah, we could do better.
Right. And you know what? Knowing Evidence Action, they probably can.
Probably can. And think about it. Building it themselves gives them so much more control over their data security.
Exactly. Which is huge these days, right?
Absolutely. Especially with all the work they've done to beef up their cybersecurity overall, they are not taking any chances.
Not even a little bit. And here's another fun fact. This AI chatbot, it's the first official product to come out of their new innovation lab.
Hold up, wait, what? Innovation Lab? Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, I'm serious. It's like they've got this whole team dedicated to just dreaming up and building the next generation of tech solutions.
That's wild. So the AI chatbot is just the tip of the iceberg.
You got it. They're playing the long game.
Okay, so they're clearly not afraid to embrace cutting-edge technology, but what happens when things don't go according to plan?
That's a great question. And lucky for us, the newsletter actually gives us a perfect example. Google Gemini.
Oh, right. Google Gemini, yeah. What happened there? Was it a hit or a miss?
It sounds like it just wasn't the right fit for them, so they decided to cut their losses and move on.
Okay, so they're not afraid to pull the plug on something if it's not working. That's refreshing.
Totally. It shows that they're willing to experiment, learn from their mistakes, and adapt. Not every single pilot program is going to be a home run, and that's fine.
Exactly. Sometimes you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, as they say.
Right. And speaking of learning and adapting, let's talk about their disaster recovery system.
Ooh, yes. Disaster recovery, very important. Tell us more.
So they implemented something called spanning for Google Workspace.
Spanning. Okay, so for those of us who aren't tech wizards, what does that even mean? What does spanning do?
It's like a safety net for all their data, like a super backup system.
Got it. So like, even if a meteor hit their servers,
Knock on wood.
knock on wood, of course, they'd still be good to go.
Exactly. That's the whole point of disaster recovery, right? It's all about making sure that their work can continue no matter what life throws at them.
Business continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Essential for any organization, but especially one doing such important work like evidence action.
Couldn't agree more. And this actually ties into a bigger theme we're seeing throughout the newsletter, a really strong emphasis on standardization and good governance.
Oh, absolutely. The IT service catalog and that quality assurance check they did really stood out to me.
For sure. They're not just implementing new systems, they're making sure everything is documented, running smoothly, and meeting their high standards.
So it's about building a really solid foundation for the future.
Exactly. And speaking of the future, we can't forget about the changes happening within their global IT team.
Right. The changing of the guard, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, some big changes happening over there.
Right. So first, we have Ahmed Musa moving on to other opportunities. We wish him all the best.
Absolutely. And taking his place, we have Nishi Johnson joining the team. Welcome aboard.
It's always interesting to see these kinds of personnel shifts, especially in a department that's undergoing so much transformation, like Evidence Action's IT team.
It's like they're putting together their A-team, you know?
Totally. And it makes sense, given all the ambitious projects they've got cooking. They want to make sure they've got the best people in the right roles.
Exactly. Because let's face it, their work is super important, right?
Yeah.
They're tackling some of the world's biggest challenges head on.
Absolutely. And technology plays a huge role in all of that.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, think about it. Whether it's using data to track their progress or creating innovative tools like that AI chatbot, IT is mission critical for an organization like Evidence Action.
It's like the engine that keeps everything running smoothly.
Exactly. And this Q4 IT newsletter,
Yeah.
it might seem like just a bunch of tech jargon at first glance, but it actually gives us this really fascinating glimpse into how Evidence Action operates behind the scenes.
It's like we zoomed in on this one little document,
Right.
and suddenly we have this, like, X-ray vision into their entire strategy.
It's pretty cool when you think about it. And you know, the thing is, this is just a snapshot in time.
Right. A sneak peek.
Exactly. Who knows what amazing tech they'll dream up next year or the year after that.
It's exciting to think about.
Yeah.
But for now, I think we've done our due diligence, wouldn't you say?
I'd say so. We've explored the depths of Evidence Action's Q4 IT update.
We've uncovered their cybersecurity triumphs, marveled at their innovative spirit, and decoded their strategic vision for the future. But most importantly, I hope this deep dive has left you, our listeners, with a sense of wonder.
Yeah.
Wonder about the incredible things that can be accomplished when technology is used purposefully and strategically to make a real difference in the world. So until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep.
And don't forget to check out those IT newsletters every now and then. You never know what gems you might find hidden within those digital pages.
Absolutely. See you next time.